Good afternoon, all. Today we have with us Dr. Bakshi Ram, Director of ICAR-Sugarcane Breeding Institute, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. Sir is going to inaugurate this training with the first session, and the topic of discussion is status of sugarcane agriculture and sugar industry. Sir, you have the control. I'll be handling the PPT, and you can start.
Only 21 people has joined.
Yeah, they are joining. I am accepting. They are joining.
Can we wait 2-3 minutes more? Let them
Sure, no
join.
problem. No problem. No challenge. We can wait. We can wait.
The people have started leaving also.
Yeah.
Okay. Good afternoon. Uh, the topic assigned to me for this training program is status of sugarcane agriculture and sugar industry, which I will be discussing in brief as far as uh, in Indian context as well as to other countries. Next. Sugarcane, commercially, white sugar or crystallized sugar is produced in 103 countries from sugarcane and sugar beet. These are the two important crops for crystallized sugar uh, production. The major sugarcane producing countries are Brazil with maximum area, followed by India, Thailand, China, Mexico, Pakistan, USA, Australia, and South Africa. And the major sugar beet producing countries are Russia, France, USA, and Germany. So 78% of the white sugar production is from sugarcane, whereas 22% white sugar is contributed by sugar beet. Next. Next. The sugarcane area in the world. No, not the previous one. Previous one. Sugarcane area in the world, Brazil is having the maximum area, that is 99 lakhs or the total 30% of the total area in the world, followed by India, that is 48.4 lakh hectare, which is 18% of the total area in the world. And Thailand with 7%, China is having 15.7 lakh hectare, Pakistan 10.4 lakh hectare. Like that, it follows Mexico, Indonesia, Philippines, Argentina, Australia, South Africa, USA, and Cambodia. So these are the major sugarcane producing countries in the world. And total area is around 20, it varies from 26 to 28 million hectare in the world. Next. So coming to India, UP is the largest sugarcane growing state in India. That is having 48% of the total area, followed by Maharashtra with 16% area, and then Karnataka with 8.77% area. And like this, Bihar is having 4.9% area, followed by Gujarat, Haryana, Punjab, Andhra Pradesh. Of course, in between, Tamil Nadu is at seventh place. And during 1920, the total sugarcane area was 48.03 lakhs hectare in India, which increased to 52.68 lakh hectare during the current season. There is increase in more than 4 lakh hectare area in sugarcane during current season. Next. So how the area varies between these 2 years, that is current year 2020-21 and 2019-20. So Uttar Pradesh, there is increase of 77,000 hectare area. Maharashtra, 215,000 hectare area is increased during the current season compared to the last season. In Karnataka also, the 162,000 hectare area is increased. And both these states, that is Maharashtra and Karnataka, faced severe drought during 1819. That's why area was reduced during 1920. And once normal rainfall was received during last season, so this year area has increased. Tamil Nadu, of course, again there is a shortage of water and drought situation. The sugarcane area is on decrease. So last this year, 35,000 hectare area is reduced, and followed by Haryana also there is decline in area, that is 24,000 hectare. Others are there are minor variations with respect to area. Next. This is the cyclicality of sugarcane area in the world. And in the India, That is, some years it will be decreasing trend, some year it will be increasing trend. And of course, during the 2017-18 with normal rainfall, 15-16 there was severe drought, so area decreased. Then the normal rainfall resulting in increase in area. Again, last year, severe drought in Karnataka and Maharashtra that reduced the area, but normal rainfall again it increased. So this cycle go on from decrease to increase. But overall area in the country is about 50 lakh hectare. On an average, if you see, that is plus minus 10 lakh hectare. So that is the range of area in the country. Next. Coming to the sugar, that is world, what is the status? So 2018-19 sugar season, the sugar production was 165.1 million ton against the consumption. So consumption is around 170 or 171 million ton in the world sugar consumption, and production was less during 18-19. So there was deficit of 5.56 million tons of sugar world over. And during 2019-20, again, there is a increase in area. Due to increase in area, the sugar production has increased from 165 to 171.6 million tons. As a result, there is surplus sugar production, and during current season, that is 2020-21, again there is almost the same sugar production, that is 171.1 million ton during current season, and deficit, there will be deficit of 3.5 million tons world over. But as this is because of you see, this is during 2019-20 there is less consumption, and that impact is of COVID-19. And it may continue during 2021 also. 2021 also, that there will be lesser consumption. Next. So sugar production in the world during 1920 season, Brazil tops the list, that is with 29.4 million ton, closely followed by India, that is 27.4 million ton. And this 27.4 is due to severe drought during previous year, that is 18-19 in Maharashtra and Karnataka. Otherwise, our production is more than 30 million tons for 2 seasons. Then it is for UAE, it is having 17.3 million ton production, China 10.4 million ton production, Thailand 8.3 million ton production, Russia 7.8 million ton. And like this, it goes Pakistan, Mexico, Australia, Philippines, Indonesia, South Africa, Colombia, and Argentina. Next. So coming to sugar consumption, so world over around 175. So it varies from 171 to 175 million ton. That is the annual consumption, and this is average. Whatever figures are given, average of 17-18 to 19-20. So world over 175 million ton sugar consumption. Of that, India is the largest consumer of sugar, as told by the speaker during inaugural session also. So we consume about 25 million tons, or 15.4% of the total sugar produced, or sugar consumed in the world. Followed by EU, that is 18.5 million ton, China 15.6 million ton, USA 11 million ton, Brazil, the largest producer, consume very less, that is 10.6 million ton. Indonesia 6.9 million tons, Russia 6.1 million tons, and like that it goes with Pakistan, Mexico, Egypt, Turkey, and Thailand. Next. So some details about the Brazil, which is the largest producer, having largest area, cane area wise, it is having 38% of the total sugar cane area share, and sugar production is 17%. So from 38% sugar cane area, it is producing sugar 17%. Then it is having about 9.9 or 9.5, 9.5 to 9.9 million hectare area, and there is no change in area during last 3 seasons. And the sugar production, it was having 29.4 million ton during 18-19, which was the same during 1920 also. But 2021 they are expecting, and they may go for 42.06 million ton sugar production is the forecast, and they will decide finally, depending upon the international market price, whether to go for ethanol production or sugar production. But from this area, the expected sugar production is 42.06 million tons. And coming to consumption, it is around 10.5 or 10.6 million ton all these years. They are largest exporter also. Around 19 million ton sugar is being exported to other countries from Brazil. And this year, if they are producing full amount of sugar, that is 42.06 million ton, then 32 million ton sugar they have to export for other countries. But they are having option with ethanol production. That facility is available in Brazil. They can switch over from Brazil sugar to ethanol or ethanol to sugar, depending upon the international market. And they produce. Okay, next. Coming to China, they produce from both sugarcane and sugar beet. And area is increasing during last 3 years. You can say the beet area from 0.22 million hectare to 0.4, almost same. But sugarcane area slight increase is there for 1.41 million hectare to 1.57 million hectare. Sugar production, it varies from 10.4 to 11.6 million tons, but consumption is more. So overall, they are exporting around 4 million tons of sugar from other countries. So, and import is getting reduced. So they are reducing. There is a reduction in the import because of they are improving on the production of sugar in the China. Next. So coming to Thailand, this is the third largest growing country, and their share of area is 7%, and sugar production is 5%. And they produce around 14 million tons of sugar during 2018-19 from around 1.57 million hectare area. But their consumption is very less. You see, the production is 14.6 and consumption is 2.6 million hectare. That means they are producing sugar for other countries. That's why export is very high, around 10.6 million ton export is there. So, and it is around 7% during other years also, last 2 years also. Next. So Pakistan is having 4% of the total sugarcane area in the world, and it produces 3.2% of sugarcane production. Area varies from 1.04 to 1.96 million hectare, and they produce between 5 to 6 million tons of sugar. Their consumption is also more than 5 tons or 5 million tons, that is 5.3 to 5.6 million tons. So some years they are exporting and some years they are importing sugar. But they are meeting their demand within the country production. Next. European Union, that is the third largest sugar producer, sharing 10% of the world sugar production. They produce from sugar beet, and area varies from 1.6 million hectare to 1.73 million hectare, and sugar production varies from 18.3 to 20.9. And consumption is also is matching with their production. And during last 2 years, the area is on decrease. That is because EU banned use of neonicotinoid pesticide. So there is widespread incidence of beet yellow virus in France, which contributes more than 50% beet sugar production. So there will be fall in sugar production in European Union during 2020-21. Next. Coming to India, what is the sugar balance? During 2018-19, we produced 33.16 million ton of sugar, and carry of stock was also there, 10.72. In 1920, of course, there was a reduction in sugar production to 27.4 million tons, and that was mainly because of drought situation in Maharashtra and Karnataka in previous year. Even then, the carryover stock is 14.57 million ton, and this season we are expecting for something like 31 million tons, and the carryover stock will be 10.54 million ton. So we are exporting, and government is giving have taken steps to improve the export of sugar from India. As a result, our share in the export has increased. Next. So coming state-wise sugar production, UP with largest area is producing 126.4 lakh tons of sugar, which is 46.1%, followed by Maharashtra 61.68 lakh ton, which is 23%, followed by Karnataka 35 lakh tons, which is 12.7%. Gujarat is having 3%, Bihar, Gujarat, Haryana 3% of the total sugar produce. Other states are having 2 or 1% sugar production. 1920, a total already told 27.4 million ton of sugar was produced in the country. Next. Coming to productivity of sugarcane, Peru is the top with 121.8 tons per hectare sugarcane productivity, followed by Egypt, that is 111.3 million tons per hectare. And like this, India average is 79.7 million tons. Other countries, whether it is Australia, Union, Brazil, their average productivity is lesser than India. And this increase in productivity is mainly because of release and adaptation of CO0238 variety in subtropical India, which is having 84% of the area during current season. With the introduction of that variety, only yield has improved. Indian productivity sugarcane has improved. Next. So state-wise sugarcane productivity in India, it was in the world. So Kerala tops with 102. This is the average of 3 seasons, 109.44 tons per hectare. Followed by Tamil Nadu with 96.75. Tamil Nadu used to be more than 100 tons, but continuous water stress situation from 2016-17 onward, the productivity has gone down less than 100 tons. And Karnataka is having 84.58 tons per hectare, West Bengal 84.28 tons per hectare, Punjab 82.75 tons per hectare, Maharashtra 82.11 tons per hectare, and UP 80.29 tons per hectare. In the current last season, it was 81.1 tons per hectare. So UP yield has improved significantly before introduction of CO0238 variety in Uttar Pradesh, the product was 61.6 tons per hectare. Now it has increased to 81.1 tons per hectare with adoption of CO0238 variety. Next. Major exporting countries, Brazil, because of larger sugarcane production, tops the list around 19, more than 19% of the total share. And globally, there is trade of 58 million tons per year. And in surplus years, it increases, the export is increased. Thailand is having 10.6 million tons export. India is, you can see, compared to last year, that is 4.7, it increased to 5.8 million tons. That is because of government support in policies and price and taxes. So export has increased. Otherwise, a few years back, it used to be around 2 million tons. Then Australia, Guatemala, Mexico, South Africa, EU, Russia, and world over, it is around 58 or 53 to 57 million tons of sugar is exported to different countries. Next. Then major importing countries means the deficit production. Indonesia is having the highest import, that is around around 5 million tons, followed by China around 4 million tons, EU for 2 million tons, USA 2.8 or 3.7 million tons of export import, and the import also it varies from 52 million tons. Next. And sugar recovery in the countries, the highest sugar recovery is in Australia, that is 14.08%, followed by Brazil, that is 13.8%, USA 12.35%, Colombia 11.43%, Thailand 11.09%, India it was 19.86%, but it touched 11.01% last year. But why this so much difference between India, that is around 11%, and to Australia and Brazil, more than 13% or almost 14% sugar recovery? There are two reasons for this. First is that their payment is on the basis of sugar content in the sugar cane. So they give the price based on the sugar content in sugar cane. That is the one. And then farmers are very cautious in deciding when to harvest. When they are having sufficient sugar content in the sugarcane, then only they supply their sugarcane to the sugar factory. And their age of crop. In India, it varies from 9 months to 14 months on an average. Whereas in these countries like Australia and Brazil, where payment is on the basis of sugar content, the age of crop varies more than 14 months. So because of these two reasons, the sugar recovery of these countries is more than the India. Next. So sugar recovery in different states in India. So Uttar Pradesh, it has increased from 9.5 during 2014-15 to 18-19, it was 11.746. But 19-20, it touched 11.73%. So Maharashtra also 11.28%. There is not much change. Gujarat 10.35 to 10.82. But Bihar, Haryana, Uttarakhand, and UP, these are the subtropical states. And in all these subtropical states, there is significant increase in sugar recovery. And the main reason for this improvement in sugar recovery in subtropical state is the adoption of sugarcane variety CO0238. After adoption of this 14-15 is considered as the initial year. This year it was having 3% of area, but 18-19 it was having 79% of the total sugarcane area in subtropical states. So with the adoption of that variety, so much improvement is there in sugar recovery. Next. So highest sugar recovery in Uttar Pradesh, if you see Balrampur Chini mill before adoption in the means before adoption of 0238, that is during 2013-14, and compared to 2017-18, so much improvement, almost 1 to 2% improvement is there in sugar recovery of all these big groups. Balrampur sugar mill is having 10 sugar factories, Mavana is having 3 sugar mills, Dwarikesh is having 3 sugar mills, Dhampur is having 4 sugar mills, and Triveni is having, I think, 11 sugar mills. So there is improvement in sugar recovery production of 0238 variety. And you see the varietal replacement, CO0238, which was 3.1% due to during 2013-14, which increased to 86.7% in UP, and that is 2020 means current season, and it has replaced all other varieties. COS 767 and COS 92-423 used to be the prominent varieties in UP during 2013-14, but during current season only COS 767 is having 0.13% area, whereas COS 92-423 has come to rejected list, so no area. That means this single variety has replaced all the existing varieties, and this we don't consider as a good sign. We never propose that any sugar variety should have more than 50% of the total sugarcane area, as very rightly pointed out by the chief guest of the inaugural session, that it may lead to the coming of any particular variety with a large scale production due to disease like red rot. So now it is having 86.7% area total in Uttar Pradesh. Next. Then sugar industries, first mill was established in during 1784 in Hooghly, Bengal. And during 1903, the first vacuum pen process at Saran, Bihar. These are the initial records of establishment of sugar factories or sugar mill in the country. And during 1930, it was 29 sugar mills, and now we are having 460 or around 500 sugar mills in operation. So total installed mills are 752. Out of that, now working is 460. Many mills have been closed or non-functional in many states due to various reasons. Going forward, come back again, back, wait, next. So out of this 752 sugar mills, 330 are in cooperative sector, that is 44%. Public sector having 6% share, and private sector is having 50% share. That is with 379 sugar mills in the country. Next. Then state-wise distribution, if you see, Maharashtra is having maximum sugar mills, that is 147. These are functional mills of 461. Otherwise, their number of mills are more than 200. UP is having 119, Karnataka 63, Tamil Nadu 26, Gujarat 15. Like this, these are the major states which are having sugar mills, and these 460 mills are in 18 states. Sugar mills are there. Next. The number of sugar mills and crushing capacity, if we see in different countries, Then Argentina having 17 tons capacity per day, 1700 tons, and they are having 23 sugar mills. China is having 2048 with 233 sugar mills. India is having average crushing capacity 3843 and having 431 sugar mills. So our crushing capacity compared to the larger players, that is Australia and Brazil, if you see, Brazil is having 9,000 crushing capacity, whereas Australia is having 11,000 crushing capacity. The number of mills are less, uh, 371 for Brazil and 24 for Australia. And Thailand, which is the largest exporter, having the highest crushing capacity, that is 16,100 tons per day crushing capacity with 56 mills. So this crushing capacity has impact on the cost of production. Larger the crushing capacity, lesser will be the sugar cost of production of sugar. And our crushing capacity compared to Australia, Brazil, or Thailand is very less, and almost one third. And we are having more number of sugar mills. So our cost of production of sugar is very high compared to this, and it becomes very difficult for India to compete in the international market because of our high cost of production. Next. Now you see the number of growers. The USA is having means land holding. Land holding of USA is 495 hectare. Australia 70 hectare. Colombia 63. Brazil 63. Argentina 50. South Africa 9. And in India, you see it is 0.77 or 0.8 hectare. That is the average land holding, sugarcane land holding. And this is the major factor for lower production or productivity. And if you see the number of grower, Australia is having around 4,600, USA again 4,600, South Africa almost 24,000, Brazil 70,000, and India it is around 5 crores. So that makes a lots of difference. If you want to introduce any new technology or any new variety, we have to convince 5 crore farmers in India, whereas in Australia and USA, it is only 4,600 people to convince. But in India, we have to convince 5 crore farmers to adopt new varieties or new technology in sugarcane cultivation. Next. Then problem faced in India, that is surplus sugar production. Last 3 years continuously we are surplus in sugar production. As a result, the supply demand is less and production is more. And as a result, the price of sugar has gone down. Again, government has to intervene and fix the sugar price at 31 rupees per kg to sustain the sugar mills. Then falling sugar production, sugar prices both in domestic and international market. As already discussed, most of the time it is excess sugar production. That's why sugar prices are lower, has decreased in India as well as in domestic market. And shortage of harvesting laborers due to COVID-19 lockdown. Labor problem was observed in almost all the states. Low cash flow, because consumption has reduced during COVID, as very less or very limited social functions are being organized in the country. So sale of sugar has reduced. As a result, the consumption will go down finally. Then several mills did not release timely payment to the sugarcane farmers. And as a result, when farmers are not getting payment for sugarcane which they have grown, so certainly they will leave sugarcane cultivation. And then accumulated cane areas of farmers from sugar mills, that was as on September 2020, 13,000 crore rupees were due. And larger areas were from state of Uttar Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Next. Then government took many measures to support the sugarcane or sugar sector. The FRP was increased by 10 rupees from 275 per quintal to 285 per quintal. Then increased custom duty on import of sugar from 50% to 100%, so that uh, import of sugar is less. Then fully withdrawn the custom duty on export to increase the export of sugar from the country. This step was taken by the government. The notified mill minimum indicative export quota of 5-6 million tons during 2018, 19 and 1920 respectively at zero export duty. So this was the target fixed by the government to export 5 to 6 million tons without any export duty on sugar. Then introduce a production subsidy of sugar, that is 13.88 rupees per quintal during 18-19 season, and this assistance was paid directly to the farmers' bank account on behalf of the mills, and this will be adjusted again the cane area due to the farmers. And in 2003 launched ethanol blending program, and in 2018 government has issued national policy on biofuel to promote use of biofuel in the country. As a result, sugarcane or sugar industry is very potential for production of ethanol or biofuel production. That's what the chief guest was mentioning, that two meetings have been conducted under the leadership of ICAR-SBI during last 2 months. And so many steps are being taken to divert the excess sugar towards the production of ethanol. Next. An export subsidy of 10,000 for 8 per ton of sugar exported during 2021. Transport and handling subsidy of export rupees 1,000 to 3,000 tons per of sugar. So these are the initiative taken by the government to increase the or to promote the export. Then provides interest subventions on loan, that is 4,400 crores package to sugar mills to augment ethanol production capacities. So all the sugar mills are not having distilleries. To promote this installation of distillery at the different sugar mills which are not having, and to increase the capacity of distillery wherever there is existing distilleries are there. The government is giving a package to the tune of rupees 4,400 crores. Then creation of 3 million tons of sugar buffer stock. This also to maintain the price, to stabilize the price in the market. Then for the first time, minimum selling price of sugar was fixed 29 rupees per kg during June 2018. And during February 2019, it was revised to 31 rupees per kg. So again, to sustain the sugar industry, these steps are taken. And for the first time, B-heavy molasses, because of excess production of sugar product continuously for 3 years, and to divert the excess sugar for ethanol production. Now government has allowed sugarcane juice as well as B-heavy molasses to convert into ethanol. Earlier only C molasses was used for ethanol production, but now government has allowed sugarcane juice as well as B-heavy molasses to convert into the ethanol. And during October 2020, the ethanol price are also increased. Now you see that three inputs used for ethanol production and different price for the same product. Product is ethanol, but if one mill is producing from C molasses, it is 45.69 rupees per liter. From B heavy molasses, it is 57.61 rupees per liter. And from sugarcane juice, it is more than 62. I'm sorry that last line is cut. So that is 62.3 paisa. rupees per liter. So same product, but when mill is using different input material, the prices of ethanol are different. This also the government has taken step to increase the diversion of sugar towards ethanol production. Then coming to the varietal scenario in the country, next. So during 2017 to 20, means current year, 31 varieties have been released, and the maximum varieties released are from our institute, that is ICAR-SBI. 8 varieties have been released, and all these are released in different zones, North India and South India also. All current numbers are from our Karnal center, and other numbers are from Coimbatore. So Lucknow Center has released 5 varieties during this period. Adagaon Center has released 3 varieties. Again, Punjab has released 3 varieties. So like this, total 31 varieties have been released during last 4 years in the country. Next. But the major variety, if you see, that is 2019-20 figures in subtropical India. The major variety is CO0238 with 79.4% of the total sugarcane area, followed by COLK 184 with 4.68% share. So see the difference between the first variety and second, 4.68 and 79.4%. Also that much difference. That means predominance of the single variety. Next. So this is one variety of subtropical India. In all the states, more than 60% area, and overall it is 84.1% of the total area. And during current season, it is having 28.29 lakh hectare area in the these 5 subtropical states. And at all India, 54% of the total sugarcane area is covered by this particular variety. None of others such an extensive area, as pointed out by Dr. Thakur also in the inaugural session. 54% of the total area in the country level, and 84% in the subtropical region. Apart from these 5 states, it is having sizable area in Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, and Gujarat also. Next. You can see the growth in the photographs. So different states that the crop stand is shown in the different state, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Punjab, Bihar. This photograph is Odisha, Uttarakhand. Next. So what is the impact of this variety on cane yield and sugar recovery? So before introduction of CO0238 and after introduction of CO0238, that is 2018-19, in Uttar Pradesh there is 19.5 tons per hectare improvement in cane yield, 2.255 unit improvement in sugar recovery. It is a huge improvement. And this figure for UP state of 2019-20, not 18-19. Other state it is 18-19, but Uttar Pradesh it is 19-20. So huge improvement with respect to yield and sugar recovery. And both these states are negatively correlated in sugarcane. So for this particular variety, we are able to break down that negative or inverse relationship between cane yield and sugar recovery. And both yield and recovery have improved in different states in this particular variety CO0238. Haryana, there is improvement of 11.2 tons per hectare in cane yield and sugar recovery 1.26%. Punjab 14.7 tons per hectare in cane yield and 1.101% in sugar recovery. These are the unit, not percent improvement, actual units. So Bihar, Bihar again very significant improvement, 18 tons per hectare, and 1.91 unit improvement in sugar recovery. Uttarakhand 18.4, again very good improvement in productivity, and recovery also 1.92 unit improvement. Next. So overall, if we see the subtropical India, so its area during 2013-14 was 1.12 lakh hectare, which increased to 23.04 lakh hectare during 2018. And improvement in productive was from 60 tons to 79.6 tons. So 19.6 tons per hectare improvement in average productivity of subtropical Indian 5 states. Then sugar recovery improved from 9.21% to 11.29%, again 2.02% improvement in sugar recovery. So that is the impact of this particular variety in 5 subtropical states. Next. So we have worked out this economic impact also. So during 2014-15 to 2018-19, that means for 5 years, its gross value of this particular variety is 1,93,058 crore rupees, and additional benefit to the farmers is 46,060 crore rupees. And additional benefit to sugar mills is 18,027 crore rupees. Additional benefit to the farmers is 28,033 crore rupees, or 9,212 crore rupees per year. And additional benefit to the farmers in terms of per hectare. This is the average of 5 states of 5 years and per hectare in 5 states, 5 years. That is 51,239 rupees per hectare additional benefit to the farmers. Next. Moving the tropical region, CO86032 is the major variety with 47.7% of area, followed by COM0265 with 20.5% area. Others are having less than 5% area. So the subtropical India, again, these are the 2 major varieties in cultivation at present. Next. So this is wonder cane of tropical India, 86032%. It is having in all the major tropical states varieties cultivated. Major more than 50% area in Karnataka, Maharashtra, and Tamil Nadu. Others are having lesser area. So total 47.7% area under this particular variety in tropical states. Next. So coming to the recent developments in sugarcane research. Next. So to increasing the sucrose content in South Africa, genetic manipulation is being conducted to increase sucrose content of sugarcane, and by knocking down pyrophosphate, fructase 6-phosphate 1-phosphate transferase sucrose gene, sucrose accumulation has increased. And so that's what our chief guest was telling about gene editing and biotechnological use. Then production of bioethanol from sugarcane top and bagasse. Lots of work is going on in different countries. And in Brazil, scientists are attempting to modify chemical structure of lignin so that it can be easily separated from bagasse, allowing more efficient conversion of cellulose to ethanol. That is second generation ethanol production. In Australia, researchers have been inserted microbial gene into sugarcane, considering creating a transgenic plant which can make cellulase degrading enzyme precisely operate in the leaves of the mature plants. Next. Then sugarcane as a biofactory for promotion of pharmaceuticals. sugarcane plants are engineered to produce high-value chemicals like therapeutic proteins and natural precursors of biopolymers. This is these people are working. Then transgenic sugarcane with bacterial gene will produce an alternative sweetener called isomaltose, which is which is digested more slowly than sucrose, and it will bring health benefit for diabetics. And then resistant to drought and insect. Work is going on, development of drought tolerant, virus resistant, insect resistant, and weedicide resistant transgenic sugarcane by different workers in USA and Cuba. Next. Then that was the international scenario. Coming to India. Then first, no, not in India. This is also Brazil. This sugarcane, but first transgenic sugarcane variety TC20BT resistant to sugarcane borer have been developed and released in Brazil for cultivation. So this is the second transgenic variety. And second transgenic variety is CTC 9001 BT. And then drought tolerant transgenic sugarcane are generated at our institute using indigenous genes and promoters, which we have identified from our local material. And then identification of SNP marker for drought, sucrose, and red rot. This we are working under a collaborative program of India and Australia. And identification of water use efficient sugarcane germplasm. These things are in progress. These things will lead to transgenic development. Next. Then we are working on energy canes also, because nowadays lots of emphasis is being given on bioethanol production. So this provides a very good stock for both cogeneration as well as for ethanol production. So these energy canes are having very high yield, up to 270 tons per hectare and on fresh weight basis, and about 100 tons per hectare on dry matter based weight basis, and having fiber of more than 25% total fiber, and so sucrose percent means bricks percent or sugar content is less. Then we are giving much emphasis now on production of short duration variety, which can give good sugar recovery at 8 months, because of lots of problem of scarcity of water in tropical states. So it reduced the crop cycle to 8 months. And the variety, recently released variety is CO11015, which is a short duration variety which can be harvested starting from 8 months, but it continues to increase sucrose content in this particular variety CO11015 up to 12 months. Then we are working on reducing the seed, quantity of seed, that is true seed. And our target, if we are successful in this program, this is a long-term program which was initiated during 2016. And a team of more than 20 scientists is working on all aspects, starting from agronomy to biotechnology, to produce hybrid variety, just like in maize and pearl millet. And on successful achievement, then the quantity of seed will be reduced from 1 truck to just 30 gram of seed for planting 1 hectare. So at present, for planting 1 hectare, 1 truck load or 80 to 100 tons seed is required, which will be reduced to 30 to 35 grams per hectare. So we are working on this also. Next, I think that's all. Then last yes, ma'am. So among the technology we are working of settling transplanting technology, this 8 techniques are there in high yielding varieties. Of course, this is the most important. Then raising settling from using bud chip or single bud set, we raise the settlings, and then transplanting, then subsurface drip irrigation and fertigation. That is the third technique. Then wide row planting for mechanization, then intercropping to get intermittent income for the farmers. Intercropping is being promoted. Then trash mulching, again to save water and to reduce the weed. Trash mulching is recommended, and multiple ratooning, because when we are using subsurface drip, at least 3 to 4 ratoons should be taken. So this package of 8 techniques have been compiled in the form of settling transplanting technology at the institute. And I see this as a future of sugarcane agriculture in the country. Many states already started working on this second, that is settling transplanting technique. And even in subtropical India, our Karnal Center is doing very good work on this. They are producing large number of settlings and supplying to the farmers as seed. So we are working on this technique also. So this was in brief around current status. Of course, detail will be discussed with you during different lectures during next 21 days. So with that, I stop here. Thank you very much for listening. If you are having any queries, I will be happy to answer.
Any queries, please ask, because I think we have gone over our time. Any queries, please ask.
We can stop, Mr. Majid. We can discuss in different lectures all these details.
Any question, please ask. Sir, if there are no further questions, we can consider this session to be over. On behalf of ICAR Sugarcane Breeding Institute as well as NADCL, would like to extend our thanks to you, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot for being with us in this first session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Participants can leave and join back again at 2:30. 2:30. We'll be sharing the link in the group again. 2:30. There is another lecture. We'll join back.